What is up, everybody? This is the Gladio Double Preamp by Cornerstone Music Gear. This is a really great sounding double preamp. Now, it's called a double preamp. If you go to the website, the Cornerstone Music Gear website, they're calling it a double preamp because they were really trying to capture that super amp-like feel and tone in a pedal, and I think they've delivered. Now, obviously, by looking at this, it is styled after a Dumble. According to the website, they were going after the kind of Robin Ford, Cannonball Shuffle kind of thing. They were going after the Sonny Landreth type of Dumble sounds, you know, and some of the Eric Johnson style Dumble sounds. And I really appreciate that they state what they're going after, because the Dumble sound is so many different things. So in this case, it was cool to read, look, this is what we were trying to capture. And I think they did a really good job. So let's get right into the what's on the top of this pedal. On the left side of the pedal, channel 1, you've got gain, volume, and tone. That's all self-explanatory. You've got a comp switch. I'll get into how that sounds in the demo. In the center of the box, you have a toggle switch that goes between single and dual, I'm assuming is what the S and D means. When it's on the single side, what it's allowing you to do is actually toggle between the two channels, which is really cool. No tap dancing, it'll toggle. But if you do want to combine the two channels, you move it over to the dual side, and it allows you to use one channel at a time or both together, which is really cool. We'll get into how that sounds as well. Now, channel 2, you have the same controls. You have a volume 2, gain 2, and tone 2. I'm saying that because the number 2, or in this case, never mind. You know what I mean. And then in addition to that, instead of having a comp switch, you have a jazz and rock switch. And it does pretty much what you think it's going to do. On the rock side, it's going to be brighter. On the jazz side, it's going to be a little bit darker. We'll get into how that sounds. You've got your bypass switches, obviously, on the bottom. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the Cornerstone Music Gear Gladio Double Preamp. Okay, let's check out the Gladio. I'm going to use my Shure Bella. It's a 40-watt Fender style amplifier. I've got it dialed really clean. So here's just the guitar into the amp. So it's going to break up a little bit with this single hum guitar. I am on the back humbucker, which is hotter. Here's neck position. Almost won't break up at all. And here's the first channel of the Gladio. So I just swept through a bunch of the gain and tone on this. Now it's obviously not a really high gain pedal like on the back position pickup. Let me turn the volume down just a little. So that's not a ton of gain, but it's so musical and just feels great. Now what I want to do is just really quick on this channel, show you the comp switch. So right now we're on the right. So obviously that's a different feel. Now we can get that, that volume back, but still have that feel that's a little more forgiving just by turning the volume up. So that's super amp-like. I went back and forth with it. Honestly, I think I left it, except for maybe one setting, I honestly liked it in the right position because I loved how open it was. But if you prefer a more compressed kind of feel, and it's a little warmer, you know, you can add some tone back if you need to. Really versatile channel. Let's go ahead and jump over now to the second channel. Now right now I've got it set up to just immediately toggle over. We'll check out combining the two channels in just a second. So real quick, here's first channel. And now we'll hit the second channel. Now the second channel is different. There's more low end there. It's a slightly different type of clipping. I'm not sure what's going on, but there's more low end. It's a little more open, maybe not quite as smooth. Now if we throw it over to the jazz side, it does pretty much what you think it's going to do. So right now we're on the rock setting. We throw the switch to the jazz side on this channel. It's darker. I think if you want to push the amp more with this channel, let's try that. So it's great as a push box as well. Both channels are really, really touch sensitive. Now the other thing you can do is if I throw this switch into the center to the right, now what it's going to allow me to do is actually combine the two channels. So I'll set up the first channel. Maybe we'll kind of stage it that way. I'll set up the first channel. Here's off. Here's on. Now let's add the second channel. It's got this really cool kind of saturated thing, but that's what I used when I did the really kind of faster thing at the end of the solo on that, that tune. That thing was all from combining the two channels because it gave me more gain, but it was just a really great It still sounded really ampy and felt super ampy. It takes a little bit to learn to dial it in. I figured out I would just do it by slowly bringing in the volume. You know, between the two volume controls, I kind of balanced it out because it would get a little too tubby if I had too much of this channel. And I had to be careful with how much gain I was bringing from this channel. I found that if I really wanted more gain, I could turn it up on the first channel. So that is the Gladio. If you've got any other questions about this pedal, check out the Cornerstone Music Gear site. I think it's a really impressive sounding overdrive. Let me know in the comment section below what you think. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time.